Unexpected power from Otis.
Here comes a 2-2. Driven down the left field line. Pass on the run to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Otis gone deep. A two-run.
Welcome back to another edition of Over the Fence with Otis. So today we've got something exciting. We're bringing back something that we used to do back at the club back in the day when we were at the Grange Hockey Club. It was, some people call it the Calcutta, but it's basically a player auction where our supporters of the club can bid for groups of players, and with the amount of money that we raise, there'll be cash prizes to the winning bidders throughout the year. And there'll also be vouchers as well. So basically, the player auction, it's going to start this Saturday at our home game against Golden Grove. Okay, so it's going to be an online at start, which you can get all the details off the Henley Grange baseball website. Basically, with all the bids need to have a name to it. If they don't have a name to it, we won't count that as a bid. Now, we can have a syndicate. So let's say, for instance, the Three Amigos want to put some cash together to vote for someone like myself. They can, but they still will need to have a name to it. So it might be a Connor Cameron or a Ruzanov. The bidding is going to be closed out with a live auction after a home game. So if you want to get your bids in early. Also, make sure you're here for the live bidding of the final auction, and that way you won't miss out on the players that you wish to bid on. So now the prizes, Johnny Lawrence, he's been working very hard to organise prizes, vouchers. So they're going to be split up into 10 groups. So there's going to be 10 groups that you can bid on. First group we've got is the pitchers. Now this is the pitching group's made up of Geordie Gross, Jamie Ricks and Kitey. Obviously, in this group here, we have a reigning Super League Golden Arm. We have Jamie Ricks, who managed to throw with also a Cokie Inglis, the no-hitter against South the other weekend. And Kitey, who's he hasn't started pitching yet due to a bit of a sore arm over the off-season. But he's starting to get his arm right, and he should be good to go before Christmas. Our catchers are going to consist of Jet Clay-Hesse. Now, obviously, Jet Clay-Hesse come up clutch many times last year, especially in the playoffs. He also has come up clutch already this year, so he's definitely one that you want to put some money on. He's partnered up with Mitchy Matheson. Mitchy Matheson's doing great stuff. He's moved up to the Div 2 catching role this year, and he's really started the year really well. And also Geordie Hodges. Now, Geordie's a bit of a pitcher, two-way player. He's out injured at the moment, but he also is looking to aim to get back around Christmas time. Alrighty, so the next one's our big hitters. So these are the guys who like to hit the long ball. So the big hitters this year, we've got Landon Hernandez and Dolly. Okay, so both of them are hitting home runs. Lando's hit 17 in the last 2 seasons. He's a former Caps medalist, multiple Team of the Years. And Doles, he's making his way back up through the grades after playing 4s and 5s the last few years. And he's one to keep an eye out because I think he's going to get his opportunity this year. Our middle infield and utilities, okay, so we've got Yonezawa Koki. Everyone knows who Koki is. Last season had an outstanding year, hit 338. He makes great plays in the infield. He's always going to be around the mark. He's teamed up with Tig Ward. Now, Tig's he's currently studying for his exams in Year 12. He'll also be looking to come back after his schoolies week before Christmas. Okay, so middle infield, we've got Tyson Arnold. Now, Tyson missed all of last year with having a shoulder reconstruction. He's partnered up with young Kuzner. Now, Kuz he's been training really hard in the pre-season, and he's getting his opportunity this week to play A grade. Tyson's also, he's playing in a different position than he was 2 years ago. He's been moved into the middle infield, and he's starting to swing a pretty hot bat as well, driving in some runs on the weekend. Our corner. Now, Bully is our corner man. He's partnered up, I don't know, unfortunately, but he's actually partnered up with myself. So I'll be putting the money side of things on Bully, not myself. But Bully, he's just been named in the Australian Under-23 squad. So he'll be going away for a qualifier trip next weekend. Me, don't worry about me. You just take me as a pinch of salt. I'm just there as the Bullies wingman. Outfield. Okay, outfield, we've got Phil Acosta, Travascus, and the other grey nomad who's Adam Rowe, who's come up this year from the Div 5 All-Stars. So these guys are, Philly is playing some great baseball. He's come up clutch to the first round one and round two. Lukey Travascus is another one of those carrying an injury in from football season with a sore shoulder. But he's starting to get his arm better and he's starting to come back through, and he looks as though he might be DHing once this week. The other outfielder group that we have is Inglis and Hobart. Hobart could surprise you. Don't be surprised, even though after his read against Kensington, where he ran the opposite direction, he says that was only one read, so expect more from him. Also, Inglis, he's come across from Port Adelaide this year. He's doing really well in the A grade. He's putting in the hard work pre-season training. Although he whinged about his running, I reckon it's paying off because he's running the bases really well. Another lot of outfielder group plus / infield sort of two-way players. We've got our Jack Partington and Boston Hodges. Now Pardo, we all know Pardo. He played a lot of Giants baseball last year. He ended up hitting 388. Loves to steal bases. He was in the All-Star team last year, outfielder of the year. Say no more. Hits the long ball, hits the gaps. You know, he's a clutch player. And then Bozzy also, he's knocking on the door of the ones as well. He wants another guy who's put in the hard work in pre-season. He's playing some good baseball in middle infield at B grade level and starting to hit the ball really well. So he's also one to watch and put your money on as well. And then we'll wrap it up with, I think, the guy that probably will gain the most attention, and that's our coach, Wilson Lee. Now, Wilson Lee is a former Caps medalist. He's a pitcher. He's a first baseman. He hits home runs for fun. He hit 389 the season before this one, before last year. He does everything. He's not only is he pitching complete games when he has to, he's at first base. He's relieving. So I think if you're going to put your money on someone other than myself and Bully, it's going to have to be on Coach Wilson Lee. So basically that wraps up the groups that you can bid on. So we will be going live as of this Saturday. So make sure you register and put your bids in and get behind these groups of players and cheer on the Rams. Thank you.